Hi everyone. So today is our second activity for the terms phenotype, genotype, dominant, recessive, heterozygous, homozygous. So we're still working on this. Hopefully you feel more confident now. So it's learning target 23. I can determine the phenotypes and genotypes of offspring. Just a reminder, phenotype is the feature that is expressed, and genotype is the actual gene combination. Dominant, remember, it always exhibits itself. It is the one that dominates. And recessive, you can think of it as receding into the background. It's the one that gets covered up or that you don't see unless it is homozygous. Homozygous meaning you have two copies of the same allele. Heterozygous is when it's different. So if you have a heterozygous genotype, you will see the dominant phenotype. So hopefully you've got those words sort of sorted out. Today is another opportunity for you just to engage with them in hopefully a way that is kind of entertaining. It's hopefully similar to something you might do in class. In class, what we generally do is we use paper chromosomes, and you would do this with a partner. So today, our procedure is you're going to be flipping a coin to see what is inherited. So let's look at the traits. For each of the traits, the parents, both the mother and the father, are going to be heterozygous. So for each of them, you have a 50-50 chance of inheriting either the dominant or the recessive. And the father, dominant, recessive. You're actually going to flip a coin, so your work might look different than what I do now, or might look different than your partner's, classmates' work, or anyone else that is doing this. If you'd like to collaborate with a peer on this, it could be fun. You might enjoy it more. So one of you could be the mother, one of you could be the father, and you could flip the coin. But if you're working on this independently, so let's start with the mother. The mother's genotype for the shape of her face is round. That is dominant. So capital R, lowercase r is her genotype. So we're going to look at this procedure here. For the mother, flip a coin. If you get heads, the offspring will inherit the dominant allele from the mother. If you get tails, the offspring will inherit the recessive allele from the mother. So let's do this. Instead of this example, I'm going to go, there is a coin flipper. If you have a coin, it's much better if you actually have a literal coin. But so you can see it, I have this coin that I'm flipping online. So I'm going to flip. Okay, heads. So what that means is heads dominant. So I'm going to go, okay, from the mother, the offspring inherited a capital R for round. Now, let's go up to the procedure again. For the father, we're going to do the same thing. Flip that coin. Tails. Tails would mean, recessive. So, lowercase r. So the offspring genotype, you're going to combine these two, and you will put capital R, lowercase r. That is heterozygous. And the phenotype is going, because it's heterozygous and that lowercase r gets masked, it's going to be round. All right, yours may look different than that depending on how your coin flipped. Let's do one more together. Bushy versus fine. So the eyebrows, are the eyebrows of this offspring going to be bushy or fine? Both parents are heterozygous. So we're going to flip. Mother going to be dominant. I think, yeah, heads means dominant. So you inherited, or the offspring inherited, the capital B. Okay, let's do the father. Let's see. Lowercase b. Okay, so the offspring, you would combine those. And then the offspring's phenotype, well, the capital B is dominant. The capital B stands for bushy. Yours, again, might look different than that. Just a reminder, we always write the dominant allele first. So capital B, lowercase b is how it's just customarily written. If you were to accidentally do this, it's not wrong. It's just not how we do things. So I wouldn't count this wrong. I don't want you worrying about that. But just the custom or the norm for this is capital B is always first, like that. Yours might end up different than this depending on how your coin is flipped. Okay, well, good luck with this. Hopefully you will enjoy this at the end. So you'll go through all of these characteristics. Offspring, draw your offspring and attach a picture if you have time. Obviously, if you are spending way too much time on your work and you feel like, oh my goodness, I feel overwhelmed, just go through the trait 10 and you can move on. Okay, everyone, enjoy. Please reach out if you have questions.